Hello and welcome to Center Ice Cardcast, your one-stop podcast shop for all things hockey cards. My name is Eric Andrews, also known in the hobby as Hammerhawks, and I'm joined by my co-host and fellow hobbyist Aaron Goldstein, better known as Crease Collector. So like we promised in the last episode, we will be kicking things off tonight with a segment about the all-new 2019-20 SP Game Used CHL edition. Just some quick general details. The product came out on Wednesday, August 5th, and the box configuration is 4 packs per box with 3 cards per pack. And within a box break, you will get 3 autograph cards and 1 additional autograph relic card. And the 8 remaining non-hit cards are all serial numbered to 199 or less. So clearly the product is pretty limited. And as far as the price point, the product first started out around $200 Canadian per box, but now it appears that it's actually gone up quite a bit just because of the scarcity of it. And it seems to be going for about $300 Canadian now per box online. So joining us now to analyze the product is Upper Deck product manager Billy Celio, who is largely responsible for building the product. Billy, thank you so much for joining us to help talk through the SP Game Use CHL edition. Could you start off with sharing a little bit more about the reasoning behind developing a high-end CHL product?
Well, first I want to start off by asking, am I your first two-time guest?
Yes.
Yes, you are.
Once you get to 5, like Saturday Night Live, am I going to get a song and a jacket and everything?
Absolutely.
100%.
Awesome. So CHL Game Use. Look, we were really excited when we got the CHL license and really wanted to do some special things with that. We started off doing what you would consider like a regular set or base set or whatnot with our regular CHL product. And we've been doing that now for the past, I think, 3 years. We've had it. And look, our main goal with that set was to create a large base set. I think the CHL products had turned into more hit-only products. And there's a lot of CHL fans out there, I lived by some minor league hockey teams in Michigan, and, I followed them. So, there's plenty of CHL teams and local teams that people want to collect their favorite players. They might not make it into the pros, but they're still, shooting for the cup and everything. So we built that base set. We really liked what we built. Now, the thing with our license is we get a certain number of assets. And one of the assets that we were getting is we would get like jerseys from the Cherry or All-Star Game, stuff like that. And so we had a number of jerseys in our inventory. We have a very strong group of players in the CHL right now. And so we we wanted to take advantage of our assets. One of the things with our regular CHL set, by creating such a large checklist, a 400 card checklist, I believe I kind of talked to you guys about the costs of things. And one of the big costs is photos. So when you make a checklist of 400 cards for a product that, doesn't have a large print run compared to like a UD1 or UD2 or anything like that, it kind of eats into your budget. So there's not as much room for memorabilia cards. You kind of have to choose. Do you want memorabilia cards? Do you want autograph cards? Or do you want parallels? Do you want inserts? And we kind of have to weigh the options. And, in the regular CHL set, we decided to, just stick with autographs and with parallels. But we really wanted to take advantage of these jerseys because, we've got some outstanding players. I mean, we're getting all-star jerseys from these guys. So, it finally got to the point we built up enough inventory in the jerseys. We wanted to have enough players also to make it worthwhile. You don't want to just have 5 or 10 players, because one thing you got to keep in mind, we might get an all-star jersey, but once they go pro, we can't use them in the set. So we had to build up our inventory too to get enough guys in there that we could actually use to not do like a 5 or 10 person jersey set, but we wanted a large checklist. So, it got to that point. And then we were thinking of ways of distributing it and packaging it and creating a set. And, looking at it, SP Game Use made sense, because one of the things with the way that we have the rookie cards set up, numbered to the player's jersey number, some of those rookie cards, which would just be like bonus hits or whatever, are sometimes bigger hits than the autograph or the jersey autograph. I think I saw some Shane Wright numbered out of 51 selling for like 60, $70. That's just his regular rookie base card. So we wanted to put together high end. We wanted you to get a hit per pack, but we didn't want it to just to be like, okay, a bunch of junk and an autograph. We wanted an opportunity for every single card in that pack to have potential to be a big hit. So that's what we did, and we're real happy with the outcome of it.
Awesome. Could you just walk us through what's included with this product?
Each pack is going to get 2 base cards, and you're going to get a base card either numbered to a player's jersey number. We call those the authentic prospects, because technically, we were kind of going back and forth. Well, do you call it authentic rookies? Well, they're technically, it's, a lot of these guys, it's not their rookie year in the CHL either. So we kind of decided to change that to authentic prospects. So you're going to get 2 parallels of the base, whether it's the rookie card, which is numbered to the jersey number, or whether it's another card that's numbered to 199, which is similar. I think in SP Game Used, we kind of do funky numbers a little bit. We wanted to be just kind of consistent. So we just numbered them to 199. And then you're going to get an autograph. And then one of those packs, you're going to get either an auto jersey or an auto patch. So some sort of auto memorabilia card in it. So you're going to get in one box, you're going to get 4 autographs. One of those autographs being an auto patch or auto jersey. And then you're going to get 8 rookie or rookie parallel cards in each box.
Awesome. And you talked on it a little bit there, but a lot of the base related content is similar to the NHL version. But even just as far as the actual cards themselves with the foil patterns and designs and things like that, there are actually some differences. Could you just talk a little bit about those, and then also a little bit as well as the insert sets?
Definitely. You know what? We built SP Game Use this year, and when we got those cards live, myself and Grant looked at it and we're just like, these parallels are nicer than the rookie cards because they're on the rainbow foil. And we're just like, I don't want to say we made a mistake, but we were surprised at how nice those cards came out, the ones that were on the rainbow foil or the pattern foil. So we're like, let's do that with these rookie cards, give them a nice looking card. So, that was one of the first options is, let's look for some fun patterns to do that. So that's the reasoning that the rookie cards in CHL Game Use are on the pattern foil board as opposed to the NHL version. Just the parallels are on the rainbow foil board. It's because we saw something we liked with the NHL version on the parallels, and we wanted to do that with the base rookies, which is something you might see in the future with NHL SP Game Used. And then the other kind of cool insert in there are the new style cards. Now, I've been collecting for a long time, and there's a lot of us that either been collecting for a long time or have been getting back into collecting, and it just the nostalgia of some of the old sets, some of the old designs. You're seeing it in basketball. You're seeing it in other sports. Topps does a great job of that with their heritage set. And so I always like to try to find maybe a few old inserts. And we had CHL insert, I think, in the regular CHL set, a throwback. And so I kind of wanted to find something original for the Game Used also. So, you see the new style cards, which is a cool looking card, and they had CHL versions of those cards back in the day. So just kind of like an ode to the past. We'd like to create a lot of new stuff all the time at Upper Deck, but there are those fans of the retro or the tribute. Those are some really nice tribute cards that I think we designed there.
Awesome. Yeah, they're definitely some great cards. As soon as I saw those throwback designs, I was like, wow, definitely blown away by those. As far as new content goes, will there be any once the product is released on ePack?
One thing with ePack that we do is we usually have some sort of achievements where, if you collect a whole set of something, you're going to get a special card or a special group of cards. And there's that definitely involved in ePack. But, a lot of the set there's no like all new huge inserts or anything like that. Like there's not ePack exclusive stuff. I'd say the only thing in there is the achievements. I will say this, and this has been mentioned a lot on the boards, the forums, and even on the breaks that I watch, and I try to get in there as quick as I can. A lot of people think that we held a lot of this stuff back for EPAC, which is the farthest thing from the truth. As I said, we only get a certain number of assets, and that includes jerseys. That also includes autographs. And so there's only really so much that we can build of certain things. And as you see, there's not a lot of designs. There's not a lot of I don't want to say variety in these packs. There's the auto patches, the base cards, the parallels, and the new styles. But other than that, there's really not too much of a variety, and it's because it's such a low print run. We don't talk about print runs very often, but and I'm not going to get into numbers. I'm not going to go into percentages, stuff like that. But what I can say is there was obviously talk about the fact that this is a Canada exclusive product, and imagine the top shops in Canada, they're only getting a tenth of what they asked for. So we're not even talking the US shops getting any. It's only Canada, and they're only getting a tenth of what they're asking for. That kind of tells you how limited this product is. Again, without going into numbers, I think you can kind of get an idea of what we're talking about.
Yeah, and I think it's pretty evident just based on the prices that boxes are going for. Even just a few days after release, there's been huge jumps in the prices. So yeah, that definitely makes a lot of sense what you just said there. Kind of changing gears a little bit. I know this might be a hard question to answer, but would you say that there is a specific card, whether that be the base set or the insert set or just a certain parallel or anything that really stands out to you as being a highlight of the product?
If you want to say like my personal favorite, as I said, I really like the new style cards. That was kind of fun. I'm telling you right now, everybody knows about Alexi. There's also some other huge studs that are going to be coming up in that draft. But the name that everybody is going to need to know here soon is Shane Wright, and he's in the set too. I was talking to somebody the other day, and it's like there's a few people that have gotten the hype since they were like 15 years old, and one of the last ones that you can probably think of, Alexi's up there, but one of the last ones you can probably think of is Connor McDavid. And this guy's getting just as much hype as Connor McDavid was when he was 15. So, if you want to talk about favorite card, I feel pretty excited that the first set that I ever built was Connor McDavid's first Upper Deck card, and that was the Team Canada Junior set. And, it's kind of cool now that I can say that I had a part to do with CHL and CHL Game Used to having Shane's first Upper Deck card also. So that's kind of what I'm excited about with this set, with all the other prospects, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And I just thought of this question now, but can you talk a little bit about maybe the investment aspect of it for collectors, with these young prospects being in the product that are, potentially going to have huge NHL careers down the line?
For sure. This is their first card. I've looked at some of the stuff in basketball, and we did a Turkish league set, and it had Luka in it. And those Luka cards, the ones that either the rainbow or you foil up, those things are going for thousands of dollars right now. It's ridiculous, the way that the card market is right now, and people wanting those first cards, those rookie cards, and this is kind of, I'm not comparing this to the Turkish league basketball, but what I'm saying is, you're already seeing that Lafreniere CHL, I think it's 2017, the Lafreniere autos going for anywhere between $400-$600, like not graded, but just raw autograph there, and his rookie cards are going up pretty high there too, just his star rookies. And same sort of thing, like these guys, you got some of them you got to sit on. I understand that. Like it's funny because I'm pretty active on EPAC, and I'm not afraid to talk about it either, but I'm getting a lot of trades for guys from previous years of collecting a CHL, because these are the guys that are starting to come up onto people's teams. I'm getting tons of offers for my old Nick Suzuki cards. Well, Nick Suzuki was in, 2017, I believe, CHL. So, There's definitely room for these cards to grow in profitability. And it boggles my mind that there's still packs of 2017 and 2018 CHL cards or packs out there, because if this was basketball, those things would be long gone. So yeah, there's definitely room for these cards to be really good investments, because this class is just, it's strong. And then the classes below, there's some big name guys that are going to be coming up that are in this set.
And then we just had a couple of questions from some of our listeners. So the first one comes from Platinum Jack 86 on Instagram, and he was just curious about if SP Game used CHL will be a product that will be done in the future years to come. And then he also had a second question, kind of, you touched on this a little bit, but if the normal CHL set might develop into more of the old school ITG Heroes and Prospects, where it has a lot of autograph and memorabilia content within it.
Will SP Game used CHL be coming back? You know, I can see it happening in the future. I don't know if it's going to be next year or 2 years from now or what. Again, a lot of this depends on the assets, what we're going to be getting from the league. This is a difficult time for getting jerseys and autographs and stuff like that, especially with the number of games that these guys have played. So I don't necessarily know what kind of assets we're going to be getting. So I can't speak upon the future products. Is it an idea that we would like to continue with? Yes, we've seen the success that this one has had. We're very proud of the set and happy with the cards. Again, it's just going to depend on what we have available to us.
Awesome. Definitely makes a lot of sense there. And you did touch on this as well earlier, but this next question just comes from Backpack Graphs on Instagram as well. He just wanted to know why they say the Canada exclusive and they put that out there. So why is that?
Why is it? I mean, it's a CHL product, and the amount that we had available to us, you know, I think we've done this in the past before with stuff like Team Canada Juniors. I believe we've had that as a Canadian exclusive. As I said, if you wanted to distribute this product in the US and other places and Canada, you're maybe looking at a couple boxes per shop. That's how rare it is. It's how much we built. So, you know, we decided to have it sent to Canada. You know, there's a bigger fan base for a lot of the teams that are in the set in Canada. So that's kind of why we made it Canada exclusive. And, you know, there is the opportunity with EPAC for people in the United States to get their cards, to get their players and whatnot through EPAC. But as I said, it's going to be just as limited on EPAC as it is physical. It's just, there's not a lot of it. But, you know, as I said, each store would be getting a box if we were to distribute it throughout North America.
Very interesting. I think that really does it for all the questions we have. Is there anything else that you would want to add about the product?
I would say go to your shop and pick it up, but I don't know how much of it's left, to be honest with you. You know, I got to watch a lot of breaks on opening night. Everybody seemed really excited about the product, which I'm very happy to see. And if you guys can find a box of it, I definitely would take advantage of it. Some people have asked me, do you sit on it? You know, that's your choice. I would recommend, you know, you've got the superstars, and you're seeing what some of these superstars cards just have been doing over the past year. They just keep going up and up and up. So I'd be wary on even selling some of this stuff immediately. Singles and whatnot. Sorry for all you guys that wanted to buy singles, and I'm telling people not to do it, but it's a very prospect-filled product that you sometimes have to sit and wait on some of these guys. But I think we did a really good job, and as I said, I hope we can do this again in the future.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you so much for joining us and sharing insight about the product, Billy. We really appreciate it.
Oh, no problem, guys. Good to be on again, and looking forward to my third visit here.
Absolutely, we are too.
100%. All right. Just want to thank Billy once again for coming on. He's always great, you know, and the content that he provides for the podcast is always wonderful. And just having his insight from within Upper Deck is always definitely very, very well valued for us, especially, and for you guys listening. But just to kind of transition here, just kind of an odd little subsection of the podcast right now. But me and Eric just made our very first trade. And we thought we'd kind of end off this episode just kind of highlighting what we got. But the thing is, we don't know what we got. We kind of sent these to each other just kind of spontaneously. I received some cards in a group break, and I shared that with Eric that I got some cards in a group break, and it kind of just sparked a little trade, and he just sent me kind of like a mystery package here as well. So, Eric, do you want to open up your end first, or should I go ahead? I don't know.
I can go first since I know.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you kind of know what you got.
Yeah, like you mentioned, obviously I already knew what the cards were that you got in the group break, and there was one that stood out to me that I wouldn't mind grabbing for my collection. So we were doing a little bit of chit chat and just made something happen. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of interesting in a way that this is our first ever trade because, you know, we've been familiar with each other for probably close to 10 years or so at this point.
Yeah, I'd say around there, back in the old Klutz and Shara forums. So definitely, it's kind of surprised me. Like even before the podcast started, like even before the idea to make this podcast, we had always talked like, man, we got to make a trade one day. We got to, make something happen, anything, and we just never did. And then finally, a trade just kind of happened. And yeah, I'm hoping my end's good. I have no idea what's in here. I'm sure it'll be good.
I think you'll like it. That's
okay.
all I'll say. I'll save the rest for when you open it. But
all right, I have no idea what's in here.
I've got your bubble mailer in hand here, and I'll cut into it right now.
Okay.
Let's see what we got. I think I got this on Tuesday or something like that. Okay, so there is a little surprise in here. Aaron on the decoy to help protect the card wrote, "I hope he destroys all of Gretzky's records and this card explodes," with $4 signs on it. Yeah, I hope that's the case as well. That'd be awesome. If that ever were to happen, maybe I'll throw some of the cash your way. We'll see. But yeah, anyway, the card, it's really kind of just a random card for my collection, and I wouldn't even say that I'm necessarily like glued to it by any means. But some of you might know that I have a Carter Hart Upper Deck Ice Premier's rookie out of 99 in my collection already. So when Aaron told me that he had gotten the Philadelphia Flyers in a recent group break and that one of those products was 2019-20 Upper Deck Ice, I was kind of curious, and he ended up getting the Joel Farabee Ice Premier's rookie out of 249. And Farabee's kind of just an intriguing guy to me. He actually kind of reminds me of Alex DeBrincat on the Blackhawks, a smaller guy that can really fill the net when given the opportunity. So, with that and also just having the Hart Ice rookie already, I figured, hey, why not see if I can grab this one for my collection, even though it's not, a must-have. It'd just kind of be a cool little card to add. And yeah, we were able to get it done. So, Aaron, thanks for the Farabee and thanks for the sweet decoy as well.
No problem. I'm surprised you wanted it. Like I kind of shared that with you kind of like as a joke, like kind of off the cuff, like, hey, do you need any Philadelphia Flyers? And then you're like, no, I'll take the Farabee. And then, yeah, like I just found out that you had a Carter Hart Ice rookie card. So those will definitely look great beside each other, no doubt. I hope you enjoy the decoy. And I hope he definitely does explode in value at some point because those cards are real nice.
Yes, they are. We'll see. I'm pretty sure I was looking it up right after we finalized the deal, but I think right now it's worth like 10 or 15 US, something like that.
Yeah, it's not bad. So
nothing crazy, but yeah, I mean, with any rookie card, especially a guy that has some nice potential, that the room for growth is always there. So we'll see. And for anyone curious about what else Aaron got in the group break, Aaron, do you want to share the other cool card you got?
Yeah, it's again from Upper Deck Ice. It's one of the exquisite rookies out of 299, and it's just of Philadelphia Flyer of Morgan Frost. So if anyone needs any Morgan Frost, just let me know, and that card could be yours because I don't have any need for it in my collection. So if you want it, it's definitely yours. All right. I'm just going to move on to my little mystery package here. Again, I have no idea what's in here. So, Eric, you taped this up really well.
Well, thanks. We have on our future episode idea list to talk about card packaging, but that's definitely something I take pride in and is very important.
Yeah, it's 100%. There's tape all over it, like every inch. So even if this thing were to get dropped in a puddle or something, there's no issues there. So yeah, it's wonderful. Anyway, I'm just gonna somehow break into this thing. I'm not sure how I'll be able to. It's packaged so well, but I'll give it a go. All right. Okay, so first we got just these little hooks, these command hooks. And for those who don't know, I got a Jonas Enroth game used jersey recently. So that's going to be quite sweet to try and figure out how to display it. So that was always awesome. Thanks, Eric. I really appreciate that. All packaged and top loaded, really nice. And then we have, it's packaged quite well as well. So I'm just going to dig into it here. All right.
The decoy is obviously intentional.
Yes, it's a Toronto Maple Leafs original 6 Parkhurst decoy. It's not bad for decoys go. So I'm definitely actually probably going to keep that. You know, as a Leaf fan, definitely can't go wrong with that. All right. So just gonna pull that out. All right, so I got the decoy, sweet. And then, oh my God. Oh, are you serious? Okay, the first card is Tony Esposito, which for those who remember the White Whale episode, I had a thing with a trader where he only wanted Tony Esposito, and it kind of drove me nuts for a bit. So I love this card, but I also hate this card. All right. Next card is also Tony Esposito. Oh, this is insane. If this is all Tony Esposito, I swear. Again, another Tony Esposito card. Once again, Tony Esposito. And once again, Tony Esposito. So I just got five or six Tony Esposito cards. So that is awesome. I love that. I'm actually going to keep these because they're hilarious. And they're actually not bad looking cards either. They're from the Parkhurst Original 6 from 2003. So that's the insert there. There's a couple others, the franchise leaders. Yeah, but it's all from '03 Parkhurst. So that's awesome. That is really cool. Thank you. I appreciate it so much. And yeah, this was definitely a mystery package. That's for sure. So yeah, like I'm not sure like whether I should scan these up or my printer would probably explode if I were to do that. So I might just post a picture and hope for the best. But yeah, the highlight for me is that decoy card at first. You know, that for me is number one. But the Tony Esposito cards will unfortunately now have a spot in my collection. But I really appreciate that though. Thanks, man.
Yeah, absolutely. I wanted to throw in the Leafs card just so there was something you like legitimately did like. But yeah, I figured that the Esposito cards would give you a good laugh. But
no, I definitely if I see these in a year, it's definitely gonna bring back some fun memories. So definitely gonna keep these cards for sure.
And just to follow up on those, that is, I believe, like you said, there's 5 of them. Those are all 5 of his cards from that Parkhurst Original 6 Chicago base set.
That's awesome. I assume they're duplicates for you because I know you're going after the set.
Yes. Yeah, I've opened, I don't even know how many boxes of that stuff, probably 6 or 7. So I have the base set probably 5 times or something. So yep. Yeah, I don't have any use for them, and I figured to give you a good laugh, and they are cool cards. So yeah.
Yeah, definitely well-made cards. So thanks for that. I'm gonna look at that and cry for the rest of my life.
Oh, hey, if that guy ever gets any other Enroth cards, you've got something to send his way now.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he'd love that. All right, so that kind of brings us to the end of this podcast for this week. We really hope that you enjoyed it. Kind of like a little different than what we usually do, like obviously with having a guest on to talk about the product and our little trade here. But we'll definitely be back. We've already had a couple collectors and other people express interest in joining us. So we're definitely going to hopefully have them on at some point, and also some topics that we want to dive deep on in the future. So definitely we'll be back next week once again. And yeah, hopefully you guys will be excited for that. Just in the meantime, we just have some questions for you guys. Just if you're excited to see once again an additional CHL product out there, especially a higher end product like this. And if you collect any CHL cards of players, or do you just wait until that player makes it to the NHL? Are you kind of a wait and see kind of collector, or are you one that wants to get every single card of that player right from the get-go? So definitely, it's going to be interesting to see what kind of collectors are out there. So yes, definitely just keep an eye out for that.
Yeah, and that's kind of interesting. It almost piggybacks a little bit on the player PC conversation we had last time.
Yeah, it definitely does.
And also with that, we didn't discuss talking about this ahead of time, but for those of you who might not have seen on social media, Aaron was able to acquire one of the Marc-Andre Fleury stature red parallels, and he just got that this week.
I did. Definitely a beautiful card. And yeah, it's kind of good that we both have one now. They're definitely very sweet. And we both enjoy seeing Marc-Andre Fleury play. So definitely cool cards for our collections for sure.
Absolutely. Well, like Aaron said, I think that's really going to wrap it up for this episode. Just kind of keep it short and sweet and to the point. Please be sure to follow us on social media. We can be found on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Center Ice Cardcast, and on Twitter at Center Ice CC. Please also be sure to subscribe to the show on your podcast platform of choice to make sure you never miss a future episode. Until next time on Center Ice Cardcast, keep collecting those hockey cards.